Hi guys, it's me Karen and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a picture in Magical Dawn by Hanna Karlzon. And I picked this page here, the seashell, with a bunch of little gems in it. Some pearl handled pins, I guess, and some necklaces here. I don't know, I just figured this one would be something somebody would want to see colored. We're doing this book, this whole book, in the same color pattern, purple, blue, pink, and green. So there's green on this page. They're all done that way. So that's the color we're using. And they're all in this little thing here for me to pull out. So we'll just dump these out on my desk. Ah! Little blue one. Okay. Now I have them out. There's some extra colors in here in case I need gold tones. So we're going to put those away because I don't think I need them. And then I'm just going to go through here and pull out some of the extra whites. Got like 4 extra white pencils in here. No wonder I couldn't find any. Okay, and all the browns, I don't need those either. Anyway, what we're going to do is move the camera around. Sorry about that. Try to center this a little bit more. We're going to do the seashell in the black raspberry colors, so we will dig those out somewhere here. Pull all the red ones. So the gems inside will be the purples and the blues. So we'll get those all going too. And try to figure out what that is. It's so small. What else do we got here? Where are my blues? Blue, blue, and blue. So the blues are indigo, sky blue light, and slate blue. The purples are the black grape, the Parma Violet, and the last one in that set is the gray lavender. So we've got those out. We have got a white pencil. I don't know what I can do in green here, but I'm sure I could probably find something. So the greens are moss green, green ochre, and the either pale sage or what's the other one I use? We'll be using pale sage because that's the one that's in here. Okay, white, green, blue, extras. Scoot you over. Now the reds, I usually go with the black raspberry, which is the only one I don't have in my hand. Oh, that's silly. Black raspberry, where are you? Black raspberry, then a raspberry, depending on how much shading we want. And then I think I'll go with the light peach. Sometimes I'll go with a rosy beige, or a henna, or a clay rose. That's why they're all in here. So it depends on what color combination you want. If you want it muted down a little bit more, you take out the raspberry, you put in a different color. So that one I have to figure out. Hold on a second. Okay, so we're going to use the black raspberry, possibly put in the raspberry if we want it a little brighter in some areas, and the clay rose and the light peach. And that is going to be our shell. So what we're going to do is go ahead and do the shell first, and then we'll do the other colors. So we'll get those out of the way. For right now, just scoot them over to the other side of the desk. We might bring in the white too, just to give it a little brighter color. We're going to start down here on the bottom. I think we're sharp enough. I'll get the pencil down a little bit. The pencil, I'm sorry, the camera. Down a little bit. We're going to work in the lines that we have here. So we're just going to take it and bring it down on this side, probably about that far over. And then thinner down towards the bottom and a little thicker up here. So kind of like a little U here. And we're going to do that on all of these. Get a little thicker on this end. There we go. This one is going to be our center one, so we're going to kind of use it as like a little block here. We're going to go all the way up on this side. It's kind of our center one. I mean, if you count, it probably isn't, but it's drawn to be the center one, so that's the one we're going to use. Then we're going to go on this side, and this side will be a little thicker. And so forth on this side. Got a little splat of white paint on this pencil top. There's a tiny one there. We're going to darken it where it's closer to the line. Let's just put in just a bit more pressure on it. I haven't played with the Prismas in a while, so bring in the raspberry. And go over that a little bit and bring it out softly. If you don't want quite red, or quite as red of a shell as I'm doing, you can leave this color out. But, you know, considering we are doing a seashell in the same colors as the rest of the book, we kind of want to keep going in that color. We're going to bring in the clay rose. We're going to go over all of that. Kind of go up this side too. So how's everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well. We've got a ton of rain today. Okay, then we're going to bring in the peach. It's the light peach. Bring it right into that area here. We're going to blend it over all the color. Putting on a pretty heavy pressure here. Okay, we're going to go back over it with all those colors. So go in first with and we're going to go backwards, the clay rose. And I'm going to put that under this little lip here, just to darken that up. And we're going to pull it down where those little lines are. Okay. Okay, we're going this way. All right, now we're going to go in with the black raspberry and darken that first line and add any shading that you want. And I'm going to use it also on these lines just to accent them a little brighter. Gonna go over that red. I don't think I'll be putting that in again. I'm not crazy about it. Okay. Just going to darken these edges too. I think I'll bring a little black in on here too, just to make those edges nice and dark. Darken it where it goes up here. Okay. Bring back in our what is it called again? Light peach. Just bring that down. There we go. We'll bring in a little white. Blend those colors. Okay, gonna take a little black. That is not black. I just pick up. I guess that's what this little itty bitty guy is here. No, that's blue. I need black. Black. I'm gonna turn the book here. I'm gonna try to turn the book here. And we're just gonna kind of go where those lines were. And darken just those lines up again, especially these tiny ones you can't see. Okay, then we will go the other way. And we're going to darken under these ones that curve up again. And this one I'm going to bring in some of that rose. There we go. Like I said, it's been a while. Going to erase this little bit that I have down here. And maybe even pull a little bit more of that out of there. It's been, well, I might get a new eraser. Hold on. Right, we're gonna erase these little pink things I bring down, and I'm gonna add some white by pulling it out here. Where I want to make it look more like a seashell. I gotta get the gunk off the eraser. Go all the way across doing that. There. And then we'll just go in with the white and go over that. The white can't have any pink in it. just blend that a little bit better. Okay. Right underneath this one is a lump on the other side, so I'm gonna have to find a piece of plastic to stick under here. Okay, couldn't find the plastic sheet, but I do have it's a hard kind of thick board here, and I'm just gonna stick it in there behind the page if I can get behind the page. It's not ideal, but it'll work since we don't go to the edge of the page. And that way I can get that a little smoother there and not run into that little bump. Because I use stickles in the book, you can get that little bumpy thing going on. And if you use your finger to wipe away your dust, you're going to smear red all over the place again. So I'm going to just pull some of these up. One or two here. Just give the shell a little more ribbing there. Go over the black that we put down before with the red. And there we go. All right, now we have the inside of the shell that's going to have to be really dark, so we're going to start off with the black raspberry in here. We have to decide what we're going to do with this, if this is going to be see-through or not, and I think I'm going to make it see-through, so I'm going to put the black through the black raspberry through those two, and then back up here. Okay, then just kind of bring it out very softly. Because it's going to go up, so you kind of want it to go up. And there's a little bit of that going on this side too. So you want to put a little of that over there. Okay. Skipping the raspberry and just going in with the clay rose. And bring that up to the lip. Both sides. And then we bring in the light peach to get up to the top. Since we added a lot of white down here, I want to go over that with the peach, so it doesn't look so white. There we go. Dust that off. Then I'm going to sharpen this one, the little light peach, and we're going to go around that little lip there. Okay, so we're going to go around and put that color in here. If there's any other color up in here from doing the little shell pieces down there, just blend it right in. Boy, that's tiny. Can also pull some of this color up into it. It's a nice thing about Prismas. You can get that color to move around or smush around, however you want to say it. Get enough of that picked up, then you get a nice little blend. And not even have to worry about it or work on it. Just does it. There we go. Bottom shell. Top shell going to be done the same way, except for you're coming this way. So we will turn the book around. Okay. I turned the book over. So we have the bottom there. We're going to work on the top. We're going to basically do it the same way. The outside of this is going to be done last, and we're going to work on the inside of the shell. We're going to go down the same areas, but we're going to have to do the dark kind of down here. The shell is kind of wrapping around like the bottom, but it wraps this way. So we're going to have dark up here, lighter in the middle, and then dark in here. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to manage all this, but we will go around the edge up here. And bring that down. And bring some of that up. There's a lot of noise going out there, sorry. On top of the rain, all of a sudden it decided to get extremely foggy. Not exactly sure where all that came from. Okay, so I'm just going really dark around that edge, and we'll go dark around this edge. And dark around this edge. But I want to have all that color in there too. Okay, we're just going to work around. A lot of shell here. I do remember we are going to be putting another coat on this. And then we have bubbles here. Yeah, we now don't have bubbles. I'm not going to go around them. I'm going to go through them, and then if I want to, I can put stickles, or I can erase some of it and make them lighter, but I don't have the patience to go around little tiny things like that. Leave that a little darker down in the crease. Okay, we just work our way around. Okay, next color is our clay rose. Oh, I forgot to put some dark down in here. I'm going to go back. Clay rose. We're only putting one more color on here, so I'm leaving white open for it. Then I'll have to deepen all these colors. Okay, now the peach. I'm putting a lot of pressure on the peach, just blending everything together. way. Okay. Make sure we get all the way up to the top up here. We're also going to pull some of that color up into this and go around the edge. I'm going to go back in with the other colors too. There. All right. Not that one. I have to sharpen these. Okay. I'm going to get in here real close. Pull those colors back out. Okay, we're going to get the color out of our stick there. Don't need that there. Okay, just come in with a light pressure on this because we've burnished it a little bit, but we want to get that color in there. You just want to do it softer than you did with the other color. We're also going to bring in black in here, just like we did in the bottom. Make sure we get those edges there. So we'll bring it back down here and a little under here on all those lines up here at the top and down. Oh, so sorry. My hair's not in the way. Just having a interesting day. Then my hair pulled on the camera. I'm sorry. Okay, then you go back over it with the black raspberry and just blend it. Nope, didn't put any black over here. If you go over the edge here, just bring back in your light peach and blend it. I'm going to put a shadow underneath this little piece here. It probably would have a shadow. Okay, well, you get the hint here. Pick one side you're going to use. I think I changed the shadow over on this side, so okay, well, I'm just going to finish up that side now. Okay, well, what I think I need to do is darken this so it looks like it's curving over, but I don't know. Because that's what the shell looks like, and I know that one looks like it's doing this, but this needs to curve over. So I'm thinking if I darken up here just a bit, it might help that look like it's doing that. So I'm just going to go up here, and we're just putting in the black raspberry and pulling it down further. So kind of a line like that. So it's not all the way down, but down enough. Then we're going to throw in the clay rose. Kind of bleed it out this way. Now let me look at it. Well, heck, that's good enough. There's something about it that bugs me, but that's just the way it's going to have to be. It looks like it's going that way, so I don't know. Let's see. Still bugs me. So I'm going to try with my eraser, of course, because, you know, why not? Kind of bringing a line down on that side like that. And see if that helps that out a little bit. Getting a little too much gunk on that. And do the same thing on the other side. So that would be on this portion. Kind of rounding out the shell a little bit. I don't know about the middle. Something like that. We'll bring in our white. Trying to look up clamshells. And pull that down at an angle there. And then just pull it all in. So put it in. Pull it down. Just so it doesn't look like it's a stark white thing. It'll all blend. Pull some of that white down in here too. Throw some of that white down on the lower shell too. I keep wiping it. You know, you have something you can do that with. Yeah, I do. Okay, I think that looks all right. I mean, I'm not going to get it to look like a seashell, but I mean, it's got color in it and it looks fine. I'm happy with that. All right, onward, shall we? Go into doing some of these little things down in here. Okay, not my favorite things to do, but we're going to do some in purple. So we'll get out the purple colors. It's black grape, Parma Violet, and gray lavender. And we'll do, let me do this one here. We're going to put the dark purple down in this section. Down over here. Down in here. We'll go up here. Down over here. Down and around. And you have to figure out this too, if you want these to be open or if you want them to be solid. I'm going to leave them alone. This one here. And we'll do this one over on this side. And I guess there's one over here. This one we are going to fill in. It's kind of like the other one on the other side. Okay, and we're going to take in the Parma Violet. And add some of that, leaving a space for the last color. Maybe I'll put it up here in the top. Okay, we're going to bring in the grade Lavender. Go over everything. Leave a spot for some white, which we have red all over, so we want to get that off, and then just pull that in. Go back in with your darkest color. Add it back in to give it a little more definition in those spots, because we went over it with light colors. Okay, we're going to go over that with the Posca, so it'll look different. I can show you what we're going to do on that one. We're going to go over on the white side here. Give it an extra little something. And you can give it a little shine in there too, if you want. You can let that dry, and if you want to, you can lighten those up a little bit. We're going to do that one purple, this one purple, because it's nice and big and they kind of look the same. Maybe I'll do that blue. I don't know, I was going to do these blue. Yeah, we'll do this one purple. Go down on that side. We're going to go up on this side. Down on this side. Just kind of going opposite. I don't know how far over this goes. Is it a square gem? I think that's part of that, so. We'll make it kind of a pointed gem here. So I'm going to make this purple too. And I'll do that in a different color. But that way it looks more of a pointed one like this one did. That's dry now, so you can go over it. Fix up your lines or get rid of them completely if you like. And I'll just keep going on this one here. Nope, I didn't want to go there. And the gray lavender. I didn't put any of the other color in there. I have to do that. So I've got it out. We're going to go over everything here. We're leaving a white area again for the white pencil. Okay, gray lavender back in. White pencil. You guys can do your gems any way you like. I'm not a great gem colorer. I just kind of throw the color down and hope it looks decent. Anyway, so there we have some gems. Kind of lighten this one up a little bit over here. All right, next color is blue. Okay, blue indigo, slate blue, and the sky blue light. And that's going to be the tall ones. And I'm only going to do a couple of them so I can do the rest of them off camera. So we'll go with this one here. Darken one side. Go up another side, darken. So again, it's kind of just the opposite. If you go up one side, go down the other side. In with the slate blue. And then the sky blue light. It's almost white, so it's, I gotta get all the red off of this so I don't put red inside the blue one. Go in with a tiny white. And then if you want to darken the dark blues, just go back in with the indigo. And again, you can do this with the white going around the outside. It'll look really nice. I'll do one more. Let's do this big one here. There's a lot of these. The only thing you have to remember is if you did this side dark, you want to do this side light. So on this one, you'd want to put the dark side over here, so it would be light on that side. I have to remember doing that. Slate blue. And then the sky blue light. And any white if you want to put some white in. Especially around the other one. Okay. So we'll just keep going around and doing the blue ones. So all of these here and all of these down in here and across here, and then I'll be back. I'm going to throw some green in here too. Okay, I got all the blue ones done. They look kind of blue. I think I'm going to make this one purple and this one purple and then these green, because they, you know, they're different. And I don't know if that one should be blue just because it's a, you know, more of a shape like this. So, and I'm going with the black grape here. And we'll darken that and this corner over here. Okay, and then this one, only because it's got a lot of facets on it, we'll do this one in the purple too. I don't know about you guys, but after a couple of these, I'm done. When you know, they're not my favorite thing to color because I don't know, they're just not my favorite thing to color. So I guess when they're not your favorite thing to color, you kind of push through it. And after about 10 of them, you're like, can't it end? Can't it end? I think I did a page that had like over 200 leaves on it once, and I felt the same way. Never wanted to color a leaf again. Okay, oh, I'm sorry. That was the Parma Violet, and now the gray lavender. Still going to leave a little bit of white there for the white pencil. I kind of got pink. What did I do there? Okay, white. And that'll wash that pink out of there. Oh, I got some pink from up there. Okay, well, we're just going to get my eraser out and try to get some of that pink out of there. And while we're here, if we want to add a little more white, We'll just do that. Okay, then we'll go back in with the grade lavender. Okay, there we go. We've got our pink, we've got our blue, and we got our purple. And I said I'd bring in the green. We're going to do these little things in green. And this little, I don't know what that is either. The pearl, I guess. This is not green. It's Putty Beige, I believe, that I put in on this one. Yep, the green moss, the green ochre, and the Putty Beige. So we'll start with the green moss. This did get a little purple-like, so we'll pull out some of that. Did I tell you my eraser is one of my best friends? Okay, we're just going to go in here and put the green on one side of this. And in here. This part should be black, just because I like to put black in there. Go in with the green ochre over it and pull it down a little bit. Can you see this? I hope. Add it in here. And then take the Putty Beige. Okay. We'll do the same thing over here. We'll go up one side, the moss green, green ochre, and the putty. Gotta get a little green down in this one here. Same thing over here. Oh, I think I started with the green ochre this time. Whoops. Moss green. And the Putty Beige. Do the outside of that. Okay. Now this thing up here. I have to do these two the same. So we'll do it in the green. Gonna put the moss green down in here. This is green ochre, so sorry. We're gonna put the green ochre down in here. And bring it up. Put a little of the moss green on one side of it. And then bring in the Putty Beige. I'm doing these little loops in black. Okay. And we'll do the big one the same way. Trying to get the book to turn, and for some reason it won't. We'll do it the exact same way because if I don't, it'll look silly. So the green ochre first. We'll go down in here. Kind of keep it in an arc. Okay, then the moss green on one side. And the Putty Beige. Now this is a bigger area, so I may have to go back in with the other colors and blend them in a little better. Gives us our green, but kind of a pearl color. Going back in with the green ochre. Just add a little bit more of that in there. Add it down there too. And on those. Okay. Gonna add a little underneath this. That's going to be done in black. Then go back in with the putty and blend that out a little bit. Okay. Oh, we might as well do the pins up here too. What did I do? I had 3 colors. Ouch! Sorry, it's my cat. Hold on a second. Kitty, kitty, kitty. He wants something. He's gonna have to wait. We're gonna do this with the green ochre up here. They have a shine mark on that side, so I'm gonna use that as their light source. So I want to go really dark on this side. Kind of go up over that way. Okay, then we're going to go in with the moss green. Just go over it. Bring it up a little on that side. And then the Putty Beige. go. And the little sticks, I guess we'll do those in the same color. So we'll go in with the green ochre first. If you're wondering about the texture, it's from the board I have underneath there. Okay, then we'll add the green, the moss green right on top. Bring it down a little bit. Well, my kitty has finally told me what he wants. Okay, and the Putty Beige right in the center here. We have him, I don't know if you want to call it trained, but he's a scratching post. Anytime he scratches the wood part, it means that he's hungry and wants a treat. Because he's been a good boy, and we always give him one when he does that. So I will get up and get him a treat in just a second. I need to blend this a little bit better up here. What was I using up there? Rosy beige? I don't know. But that's the color I picked up, and I'm putting it in up here. Just so it'll blend those little areas a little bit better. But I have to get down there closer, and I do have to go get him a treat. So we will be back in a moment. Okay, we're back. I'm going to darken these areas underneath this little white that I put here. Because I think that'll look better. I don't know, it's still bugging me, but like I said, what can I do about it? Just going to darken those areas up, though. Nothing else, it gives it a nice curve. And that one's going to be harder to see. Something in that line there. Just gives it a little curve to it. Try to make that one better. I have to get down to it closer. Yeah. There. All right, so we've got the green, the purple, the blue, the pink. I'm gonna probably do these in stickles. These little loops here in black. That includes these here. So I should have probably done those in blue, which I can still do. These guys in black. I'm going to put a little blue down here in this area as a shadow, because I didn't want it really to be part of that gem, but I know there's not a thing sticking up here, but I just think blue would be better than the, if you hear the scratching, that's my cat. If you don't hear the scratching, I'm telling you, my cat is scratching on a door. It's not my door. My daughter closed the door on him, and he doesn't like it, so he's scratching. He wants in. So yeah, black. These little things in between here, I'm just going to go with the green ochre. It's kind of got a gold tint to it. And I'm going to color those in. And then these little dots, they're going to be stickled. So they're not going to get color on them until the stickles gets on. So it's just dark on one side and just pull the color lightly to the other side. These are too small to put a whole bunch of color in. So, I mean, if you want to attempt to shade it, I would just go with the putty and put it on the other end. Pull it up. That'll shade it. Okay, but that's how those are going to be done. It's just going to go around both of those. And the black I'm going to do with a marker. Gotta find one that works. Let's see. No, that's way too tiny. Well, that's tiny too. Come on. I need a bigger one than that. I thought I had one in here. One is a lot better. Yeah, okay. Just a marker. This one happens to be a Staedtler Pigment Liner number 1. And we're just going to go around and make those black. And this little piece black. Okay, so we'll get those, and we'll get this one up here. Did I color that side? Let's see. Green ochre here. I don't know if I colored it, but it looks like it got enough green in on this side to do something. Moss green. Whoop. And the putty. Okay, then we'll do these in black. And I'm just going to go over that whole thing. And then there's a little dot here. So it's like a scallop we're going to go around and do. Okay, you get the hint there. I'll do a better job. These little guys down here. We'll get this too. And these little scallops. Okay, so we'll just go all the way around that. Try to get it all covered. And that one will be done the same. Those will be done there. And these little guys up here. It's got a little something there. A little knot. Okay, like I said, we're going to stickleize those. Now you can do the dots one way or another. You can color them in with the black and bring the black out. You can cover them up with a white Posca. You can paint the whole background black if you want. It's up to you. I am going to cover them with Posca because they're just a bit dark for me. So we're just going to go around and cover them up I may need to take 2 coats of this, but that's what I'm going to end up doing there. I'm also going to ink the background, and I probably will put big bubbles or something back here, but these have to dry before I can do that. I'll be inking over it. They might show up, they might not. They may blend away. It all depends on what the ink decides to do. So when I get back, we will have all the black done on here, and we will be doing the background. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, I got out some ink. I think I'll do the inking before I put the white Posca over here, because you'll see when I do it over there. Whatever. The page on the opposite side is the gal who is doing the fish in the water. Bing, 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 bing. Okay, so this is going to be a real blue page. So I'm thinking that to make this cohesive, I would do a blue background on this one. So we have Broken China, which is the blue I use in the book. And I have the tool here. We're just going to ink this up and kind of go somewhere here. Go in this blue area. I'm only using one little portion of this, so I can use that as an edge and go around. Boom, boom, boom. And when we go over these little areas up here, you'll notice those will turn darker blue because I put the Posca on top. That's kind of why I didn't want to do it. I am going to go down and kind of over some of these, and they're going to get a light blue on them, which will look fine because we're putting stickles on them. Now I'm going to use up most of this ink that I put on here just going around in this area. Okay, I'm not going to re-ink this or anything. I'm just going to go around and pull the ink around. In between here, make sure it gets on there. Remember, we have Prismacolor on here. It's a wax-based color, the crayon, pencil, whatever you want to call it. It's a utensil that we use to color the page. It's wax, and it will not take up the color of the ink. And if you think it did, just take a rag that you have and run it over the page. If you have a spot that didn't get ink, yes, it will cover that up, but the wax will not allow it to go on top. It resists. So even though we have some chunks over here, it's okay. I'm just going to very lightly pull the blue all the way across the page, down to the bottom of the page, over in the corner. There, we'll put a little extra up in here. Just make that darker, and maybe over here a little darker. Now I think I'll bring in a little bit of the purple. I have a purple. I just put one of my Tim Holtz sponges on the scrapbook one, and I'm just gonna bring in a little of that purple in spots. So right about there, maybe over here, some down here. Just because I want a little bit of a variety on this. I know the other page is going to be really blue. Put a little more up here. Okay. A little in here. All right, I think that looks okay. We're going to take a little water and a wash rag. We're going to spray it here and lift it up. Spray it over here, lift it up, and just continue to do that. Maybe a little in here. More. You just play around with this until you like the effect you're getting. If you have a splotchy area you didn't like, spray it, pull it up, and it goes away. It's just fun. I enjoy this process. Okay, so now we have that really cool splotchy blobs all over. We'll make sure the whole page is dry. We will have to let this dry before we go to the next step, and the next step is I'm going to splatter it with white acrylic paint. I'm going to do that off camera, okay? Last two videos that I have, and I can leave a link to one of them if I can remember, I painted or done the splatting on camera so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to take the Posca and go over all those little black circles. Got some sparkle on here already. And make them white. I did that with the ones that were inside the shell. When you color over them, you can still see them, so I just took the Posca and colored them in because I'm going to splatter outside, and, well, they're going to be colored in. Also, when I sprayed, Posca is an acrylic, and it will come off the page if you use water on top of it. That's why I didn't really want to cover all those up, because I'd have to do it again. I might put a couple of, say, lines in here with some dots. Just to add some color to these. Let's see this one here. It's kind of fun to do. So I might add that in there too. And again, you can't do this before you put water down because it'll all go away and then you have to do it again. Not fun. Okay, so I'll add a couple of those in. You'll see what that looks like. I said Posca, or not Posca, but sparkle. Stickles will go down here on all the pearls, up here on these pearls, and probably in here somewhere, like on the black. It looks really pretty. So I'm going to sparkle it up. You probably won't see that in the photograph, but it'll be there. So like I said, we're just going to color those right in. You can make them not colored in, or you can color them in and they'll blend in with the white splatter that I'm going to put on there. So you just cover them up. You can do this with paint if you don't want to do it with a pen. You have to color these ones over because of the ink. Yep. So at the end of the video, I will leave a picture and you'll see what it looks like. Thanks guys for watching. I hope it wasn't too long, but one more page done. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in another video. Take care, everyone. Bye now.